If you think about Nehemiah, the grief that he dealt with, he wept, he fasted, he prayed, and his vision came from a sort of dissatisfaction in what he was seeing. Vision that transforms, whether it be in ministry or in any other business sector, is normally rooted in some sort of lament, meaning that there is something that's paining you so much that you literally thought about and you have tried to figure out how you are going to deal with the weight of what you're seeing. And then you get this sort of imaginary breakthrough where your imagination wakes up and you start to develop what you think will be the way out. It will be the vision of getting to this ideal place and where you want to be. And one thing that vision requires is clarification. One of the reasons why I am a huge person that writes, I love writing things down. Granted, I love technology, it has its place, but one of the things that I really love is actually putting a pen to paper. I like writing the vision and making it plain. That is a biblical verse. However, it's just actual everyday life and everyday practice for most people. I believe it's in the books. It's in the book, Seven Habits for Highly Effective People. Is that they actually write things down, and vision must move from this sort of internal inspiration to an external articulation, and using that clarity as an act of service to the community so the community can then understand what is actually happening, how we're going to do what, how we're going to move from point A to point Z, and make sure that everybody gets there together. And with that vision moving from inspiration to articulation, we recognize that vision flourishes in community. In this community is where people will hear the vision and be able to pick up and run with it because you've articulated it well, you've given it to them in a format that they can understand, and then everybody can then move collectively towards a shared goal. The issue that we run into is that many of the visions that are not created in a shared role. We create them in this silo and think that everybody else is just going to buy into what we're doing. And that's not the case because they haven't had any input. You may be going into a new business or a new church. And granted, you're going to have your own vision, your own ideas of things that you want to see. But realistically, there's already a vision that's kind of already been established. And I would always suggest that you go in and try to understand the people first, understand where they are, understand where they have been and where they're trying to go, and then ride the wave into that so that you can find your footing and then build relationships and then find some way to integrate your vision into what they are already doing and what's already been processed, and then you can flow a lot smoother from there. So it flourishes in community, but it also points towards transformation. The aim is maturity, unity, then multiplication. We get it messed up because we try to multiply before there's unity. And then you get more division, and then you wonder, oh, I wonder what happened. Why did all of these things happen? Did you make sure that they were mature enough to receive the vision? Did you make sure they were in line in unity with said vision? And then you'll be able to see the multiplication. Because vision is not activity for activity's sake. Is actually moving towards a shared goal, towards a common likeness. If you're in the church, is moving towards a sort of Christ likeness in the people so that you can then impact the community that you're around. But if you're moving in a silo and expecting people to just jump on board, that's not going to happen at all.